A question I get asked frequently when customers see me cut their lace on a lace front or a lace top wig is, why do you leave the lace so long? Isn't it going to show? First of all, does this show? And I'm not wearing any makeup and there are no filters. So you see, I turned it up to HD. So you see every pore, every line, all the sweat. Actually, there's more definition on this screen than there is in real life. So when you look very, very closely, yes, you see the lace. Look how far down it goes, down to here. Yeah, need to touch up my eyebrows. Okay, yeah. At what I call conversation distance apart, no, it doesn't show. And when I point out to them, well, do you see it on me? And they're like, what do you mean? What lace? And then I like do a little lift or like, come closer. Like bring your eyes right up to my hairline, take a look. So no, if it's a well blended lace, a good texture, good color, actually fitted to your face the way it's supposed to be, no, it doesn't show. But that still leaves the question, why do we leave it so long? It's a good question. There are a couple of reasons. One is sometimes hairs need to be added to the hairline, maybe not even at the time, but maybe some hair can be lost. It's very noticeable. You know, it's normal when you brush hair for some hairs to come out, also with our heads, but our heads are constantly growing new hairs. Our wigs are not. If you lose some hairs right here, you're never going to notice that. I probably already did lose some hairs right there. I just never even noticed. It's just not noticeable. If I lose one hair right here, or a few hairs right here, I'm gonna notice that because that's right at the hairline. So maybe I'm gonna wanna add some hair here, and that's just very hard to do if it's right at the edge of the lace. So there's that, but that's not even the main consideration. The main consideration is anybody who has had a lace front wig for any significant amount of time, or who has noticed other people's lace front wigs, has noticed after a while they just don't look so good. It doesn't matter the quality of the wig, how well you take care of it. After a while, you wear it, it's delicate, it's light, it can be the best quality. It's still, at the end of the day, it's still a delicate piece of silk lace. And over time, those delicate, cut, unhemmed edges are going to stretch and fray a tiny bit. And it's just a tiny, tiny bit. But because of where it is and how delicate and thin it is, and the fact that we want it to be completely invisible, that edge won't be completely invisible anymore at that point. So we want to be able to do a tiny, tiny trim after a while. Usually it's after 6 months. Sometimes it's after a year. Sometimes you can even get away with a year and a half. Which leads me to a common myth that you need to replace a lace top wig every 2 years. That is a myth. It should last a lot longer than that. If you're replacing your wig every 2 years, you are buying the wrong brand of wigs, or you're not taking good care of it. So we could talk about that, how you're taking care of it. Maybe we should change that up. Anyway, so we want to leave room on the lace for lots of those tiny, tiny trims. By the way, don't do them yourself. It's very easy to do, but it is technique sensitive and you need the right scissors. If you own a Mazette wig, even if you didn't buy it from me personally, as long as it has a Mazette label in it, you can always bring it to me at any time to do those trims for free. Doesn't matter how old the wig is or how long you've owned it, or how long, if you bought it used, how long it's been since I originally sold it, or one of my retailers originally sold it. I would still do it for free. So don't let the cost be a reason that you try to do it yourself. And if you're not local, you can mail it to me for that too. But anyway, we want to leave room to do lots of those tiny, tiny trims before you get too close to the hairline, because once you get too close to the hairline, Then you start getting into expensive repairs where you end up having to replace the hairline, where you get to lace extensions and adding hair, and that can get really, really expensive. So that's why you want to leave at least a 1/4 inch of lace on the wig when you cut the lace.